And now we'll talk about the main villains per season.
Okay.
Uh,
And the seasons themselves.
yeah,
Just an,
we'll talk.
an idea, an arc,
We'll talk
the
about
theme.
the story arc of
Okay.
that season. So season one, the first season, you have the Master as the main villain,
Right. The primary villain.
who's stuck by a magic force field, I believe.
Yes, he's tried to cast a spell to bring about the end of the world, and he blew it. I think it was during an eclipse.
Yeah.
An earthquake happened, and he stuck in the spell underground. He can't come up. He's like they described it, like, being stuck like a ship in a bottle. So he's stuck by this. It's not necessarily a force field. It's the spell he cast imprisoned him.
Okay.
He messed up, failed, fucked the spell up, and imprisoned himself. And he's trying to, for hundreds of years, has been trying to free himself. And the prophecy said that he'll free himself, he'll kill the Slayer, actually kill Buffy. Buffy is the one that he'll kill, and then he'll be free. That's the prophecy. He's been waiting for her to come to Sunnydale for centuries.
Right. I mean, and this is where he starts in the beginning, the pilot.
Right. Yep. He's the main villain from the beginning. The first season's a short season because they took over a show that failed, and they got their last half.
Right.
So it is a shorter season, but man, they cover a lot. Give you that early character idea that these people are going to be character driven.
Right. That season to me was like the hook.
Yes.
The hook. He wanted you to get those viewers. He hooked them in. You're like, oh, this is I like this.
Yeah, it had to be fast paced. It was smart. It was so different than all the other shows. It's like it was less procedural. It was all character. Now CW tried to maintain that. WB tried to maintain that in their stuff. But I still think Buffy's the pinnacle of character driven shows.
For sure. For sure. When I talk about the first character driven show, Buffy's that's mine. That's what I say. Like, that's when I said this is a different kind of show.
Yeah.
This is
I unfortunately for me, I didn't watch it the first season. I think it was late into season 2. Tina's sitting wanting to watch it, and I was watching it, man, this is nothing like the movie. What is this?
Right. That's the thing. The if you saw the movie, you would have been like, I don't want to watch this show.
I think it's maybe 5 to 10 minutes in, not even 10 minutes. There's no way. It was about 5 minutes into the very first episode I'm watching with her. I'm like, I gotta stop. I want to see this from the beginning. I do not want this episode to ruin my knowledge of what I want to go see.
Right.
I was like, okay, how do I watch it?
So the first season, you got the Master trying to break the spell, get free.
Right. You got everybody introducing, meeting each other, forming friendships and bonds.
Right. And you got
this is the show. This first season is really impressive. I compare it to Battlestar Galactica. I love that show too. These two shows, their first seasons, they were ready to tell the story.
Yeah.
They were ready to go. And a lot of shows aren't like that. Like Angel, we'll talk about later. It struggled at first. You could tell they didn't know what to do with it.
It's
Buffy, but Battlestar Galactica and Buffy, they had the seasoning to them. They're ready to go. Battlestar more than Buffy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But they both have it where they're just ready to go. They're ready to tell a good story. They've gotten original good ideas, even though Battlestar is based on a show from the past. It still had wonderful modern ideas, its own way to tell stories.
Yeah.
Buffy does that same thing. Joss is really good at, I think he showed it off in the Avengers. He's really good at making you believe that each character is an individual. They have their own feelings, and they're not just some cookie cutter person stuck in here just to make the scene.
Well, I believe that's one of the reasons he got hired for Avengers was he knows how to control
this Buffy resume alone.
He knows.
I'd hire this dude to film anything for me. It's just amazing how he tells a story.
Right. He knows how to do characters, give them each their own time and what they need to talk about. So, but in season 1, you also get some characters that you'll see later in both Buffy and Angel. Darla comes to mind as one of the first ones. She's in the first episode.
Darla's in the first season of Buffy. She ends up being in the second season of Angel.
Yes.
Okay.
So and then
You get Darla, you get Drusilla. No, Drusilla and Spike come season 2.
Yeah, they come season 2.
That's right. Buffy's the half season. I mix seasons sometimes.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
tough
a universe to me.
It is. It's tough to.
But yeah, they don't
discern.
come till season 2. So this you just get Drusilla, the Master. Those are the only float over villains, right?
Right. And then season 2 comes after it was a hit.
Yeah, season 1 was a hit. This Master ends up, the prophecy comes true. He kills Buffy. He drinks her blood. He drowns her. Angel and Xander show up, and in this universe, don't actually have. Not angels, vampires don't actually have breath.
Right.
So he can't revive Buffy. Buffy's dead. She had drowned. Xander performs CPR, saves her life. She gets up, invigorated, ready to kick some ass, full Slayer mode. The Slayer has kicked in. But when she died, the Slayer line jumped and gave it to her power. Not her power, but the Slayer power to Kendra. Buffy still retains her power, but now we have 2 Slayers in the world for the first time.
Right. And
that's a story arc we don't know about
yet.
Okay. But she kills the master. She ends up, after being invigorated, beats the shit out of the master on the roof, kills him at the school. It's the first time you get to see the idea of the Hellmouth. There's creatures coming out of the Hellmouth. The master's free. He's going to reign. The stars themselves will hide, all that. But she kills him. Season over. Everybody likes her dress. It's a hit.
Right.